All right, y'all, that is 21 of our strawberry Uncrustables. All right, we are gonna add 9 eggs. Now we are gonna add about 2 cups of our milk. I'm using 1% today. Obviously you can use whatever you've got in the fridge. I don't think it matters too much. Now we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of our ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of our vanilla bean paste, and about 1 teaspoon of our ground nutmeg. We are gonna add 1 tablespoon of just our white sugar. All right, let's go ahead and get this mixed up. All right, y'all, so I am super excited to try this recipe out. It looked so interesting. I saw it online. The recipe was for our crock pot French toast, but I have seen other people make it with Uncrustables, and I've always wanted to try that because I am a big proponent and fan of Uncrustables. And I don't know, this looked like as good a time as any to unleash them on a recipe, and I can't wait to see how this turns out. Now we're just gonna pour a little bit of our mixture over top of our first layer here. Make sure we get them all nice and covered. All right, that looks perfect. Now we're gonna come in with our Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage, and we are just gonna sprinkle some patties in here. A couple more, I think that looks good. We got a nice layer of our breakfast sausage. Now, we're going to do another layer of our Uncrustables. Boom, right across the top. Perfect. Now we're just going to pour a little bit more of our mixture in. All right, that looks great. Now we're gonna come back and we're gonna get some more sausage in here. All right, so we're basically just using a whole 24-ounce bag of our Jimmy Dean breakfast sausages. Again, we're just gonna pour the rest of our mixture right over top. And then we'll, once again, just make sure that we get everything nice and coated. All right, yo, that is it. We're gonna put the lid on this and we're gonna give this about 6 hours on low. See you soon. All right, y'all. Our French toast crock pot casserole is ready to go. We got it cooking for, it was a little over 6 hours. Maybe it was on warm for about 30 minutes. And I'm super interested to see how this turns out. So let's see, let's go ahead and get a little powdered sugar on this. I don't know, maybe it's probably better to put it on your individual pieces, but you know what? We're gonna give it the treatment here, see how this goes. All right, now let's put some fresh strawberries on this. All right, now I think that looks good for this interesting recipe. All right, let's go ahead and cut us a piece without further ado. Here goes nothing. All right, going in. All right, give this a try and put a little syrup on it. Let's maybe put some whipped cream on here. I don't know. But all right, we got some sausage. We got our French toast. I see a little bit of that strawberry jam there. Try not to take too big a piece because it's gonna be hot. All right, let's see how.
How is it?
I'm evaluating. It's good. It's an interesting texture. But you know what? I would try this again. That's good. You know what? I'm not gonna say you absolutely have to do it, but if you're looking for something fun, it's worth a shot. Thanks for watching. Quick addendum. I got a little further in. This is actually pretty good. You can see the layers of jelly and peanut butter right there, and that's what I got in that last bite. It has made all the difference. So definitely give this a try. This is great. And don't be afraid to mix it up with some grape jelly, strawberry jelly. Hazelnut would probably be pretty good. They didn't have any hazelnut at the store. Anyway, this one was fun. Try it.